Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. Today, do another homestead video, and I want to show you kind of the aftermath of a bunch of rainstorms and some lessons learned on our house build. So you can kind of see some of the landscape. It should be pretty evident that we have an erosion problem. And why do we have an erosion problem? Well, this is not entirely unexpected, but we basically just, trying to get in the house, running out of time, trying to save money, and trying to prioritize things. And I'll say I prioritized wrongly, and I'm getting ready to fix that. So what happened? Well, we have tons of erosion. Why? Well, we ain't got no gutters. We moved in without gutters on the house. And of course, moving in winter, not a big deal, but coming in the spring here in Oklahoma, we got all kinds of rain. We got all the rain. And because of that, we have major erosion problems. So this is a good example right now of what the problem is. You can see that's where our fill dirt was, right? Final grading for the house we moved in, and that looks like the top of the foundation to me. We have eroded all of this, and this happened, what, in a few months, right? Gutters are so incredibly important. And then we knew that, and we plan on getting them, right? We're just trying to eat the elephant, right? And trying to get in the house and everything else. And with COVID and expenses and budget overruns and all that stuff, things slip through the cracks or things get delayed. So we're fixing that. We're gonna have gutters put in. And with as much roof area as we have, we're getting 6-inch gutters, seamless aluminum, black. They're gonna look nice. They're gonna look great, and it's gonna be helpful. But I want to kind of give you a walkthrough and just to see how much erosion that we had, right? And it's kind of cool. You can see exactly where the water has kind of gone, right? And I mean, big kind of hole there, right? And this is obviously bad, right? I mean, because you let this go long enough, it's going to jack your foundation and everything else. So we are definitely going to fix this, and we're going to have to bring in some more fill dirt and have this all regraded, which we need to get some equipment in here anyway to do some grading. So it's not that big of a deal. Fill dirt isn't that expensive. It's not a giant mistake, but it's a mistake, right? You can see the trench there, and all of this got washed away, right? That's bad. That's really bad. And so, like I said, we're gonna fix it, but before we fixed it, I wanted to do a video and show you guys, right? I wanted to show you what this looks like and why it's important to do the gutters and get that water away from the house, right? You can see just all these troughs of water, where the erosion happened. It's bad. And the other bad thing here, right? So I had a bunch of fill right here. Help. Side note, there is the newest member of the homestead. That is Smokey. She is our first mouser, barn cat. She came around and just wild, and we were able to home her. So, and I don't know what she wants right now, but she's out and about, and she's brought us 2 mice so far. So she's trying to earn her keep. She's fun to have around. So that's Smokey. But what I was going to show you is all these lines for the septic, right? These are the electrical lines, like for the control and the warning and low voltage and all that. Those got exposed, the conduit. Again, not like a big deal, just don't damage them. But we've got, right? We just have, that's not good. We gotta fix it, right? So how are we gonna fix it? Well, we are gonna do, not French drains, but they're kind of like French drains in that pipes go underground. We are diverting the water out of the gutters away from the house. And I forget what the industry term is. Basically what we're going to do is every downspout is going to connect to a piece of corrugated, like 4-inch corrugated pipe that is going to be buried. And they are going to funnel down and join a main trunk line here, buried. And I'm going to have one going all the way that way on the front and another similar one on the back. And they are going to route all the rainwater out over by the creek, and they are going to hit some pop-up emitters, which are basically like they're just a little flappy kind of lidded box that you bury in the ground, and then you get sufficient water in there that floats up the lid, and it allows the water to kind of seep out and spray out you know, where you want it. In this case, the creek's right over there. So I'm gonna dig it out so far and have all that water shunted out to the creek. And that's gonna be kind of a project. But I'll certainly document it and show you along the way. Once the gutters are in, I'll take you through what we did and why we did it. Because if you've been following the project, the roof line's a bit complex. There's a lot of crazy places for water to go. And that makes the gutters more complicated, more downspouts. Downspouts that we didn't expect. Like check this roof line as an example, okay? We have this little roof detail, right, with these metal kind of dormer looking things above the windows, right? It was a neat detail architecturally. We liked it, right? But now we're here. Now let's think about this. Let's put our water flow hat on for a moment and picture water running down that roof. You see how the water's flowing? Now let's envision gutters. How are we going to route that water? Well, we're going to route that water by putting downspouts to the left, to the right, and a downspout right in the middle, which is ugly. Ideally not what we want, but that dims your options, right? Either that or you put a continuous piece of gutter, right, along the entire thing, and then you thereby eliminate that breakup of the lines with the roof, and what's the point, right? So we're gonna have to put a downspout in the middle there, and it'll work great. It'll channel the water, but aesthetically, not exactly what we're wanting. But what are you gonna do, right? That's your options. So this is a good lesson too to when you're in architecture phase, right, and you're designing your roof lines and all the elevations. Just pause, put your rain cap on for a moment, right, and think about how the water's going to flow. Think about how your gutter system's going to work. You know, design your gutter system ahead of time, because if you just think about that, and we never even thought about gutters in architecture, right? We were too busy trying to get the house looking right. And we like the way the house turned out. It's pretty, right? But like gutters on the curved part, right? That's doable, but it's a challenge, right? It's more challenging than the gutters that are going to go on the shop, right? It's a giant rectangle, right? I was tempted to do the gutters on the shop myself, but then I actually priced material and compared that with the quote of what my gutter guy's going to do. I can't touch it. Like, for what he's going to do seamless aluminum gutters on that shop was basically my material cost for some crappy stuff from Lowe's, right? And that's not even seamless, and that's me doing it myself. So, and that was, you know, not even getting it color matched. So sometimes it's best to hire things out, because sometimes you'll actually save money. And this is a case here. Like for me, we found the right contractor that I think is going to do a good job, and his price was very competitive. So I'm not doing it. And with the seamless aluminum guttering, this is the kind where they basically bring a machine out on site and they extrude and manufacture the guttering on site to spec. So where that really comes into play is this back porch here. That big old length of like 70 feet, one continuous piece of guttering, no seams, no butt joints. Pretty cool. It'll look nice. So you can see here, not as bad erosion on the back, but still a problem, right, where just the drip edge of the roof. So we're gonna get this solved. Oh, property walk. Look at that. We have a dog pen. Why do we have a dog pen? Because we got a dog. We got Gia, a purebred black lab. And we found a smoking good deal on her, and so that is a potential another piece of the homestead may be coming. We're considering, you know, starting to breed puppies, so black lab in this case. So that may happen. It probably happen, but you know, nothing 100% yet. Time will tell. But for now, we have a great family dog. She's a good puppy, but I built her a pen here, and I built it the cheapest way I could. And actually, I'll save that for another video. We're getting long. I'll do a video on that, on the pen of how I did it. Just looking at it, right? You could probably, from the video, determine what I did, but I'll go over it as to why I did what I did and trying to do it on the cheap, all right? So I think that's all I got. but I wanted to give you guys a kind of a tour of the destruction before we get fixed. And we'll do more detailed videos as we get fixed. But hope you enjoyed this. Oh, by the way, channel hit over 1,000 subs now. So those of you that subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you will now see ads on the videos. I hate ads too, but the reality is I can monetize the channel, which will allow me to do more things and provide more homesteading content, because we all got to eat, right? So I appreciate your tolerance with the ads. And if you want to do some click-throughs, that's even better. But I at least appreciate you guys putting up with them. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.